Oh
Ooh. Hi. We tune because we care. All right, let's make sure that's actually... Well, here we go again. Another Monday show. See how it goes. Alright, so today's show is going to be all about doing songs I have not done for a while. Now, because I am doing songs I have not done for a while, the quality of them may suck. Just putting it out there. But, you know, it's not a Troubadork show unless there's some kind of significant issue. And here we are, show 195 on the 1st of March. We have made it through February. Is it just me, or did February seem like it took a really long time to get through 28 days? It was almost twice as long as January, and January was a long frickin' month. Quick side note and minor cause for celebration. Here in San Antonio, the whole COVID vaccine thing is kind of on a weird... Yeah, okay, you know what? I'm okay with that. I'm really happy that you actually, that somebody else is singing my songs. It makes me feel like I might actually be a songwriter. You never know. But the COVID vaccines really is kind of a lottery system. And by lottery system, what I mean is a lottery very much in the way that concert tickets are on a lottery system, where they say they're available and there's this mass rush to get them. And if you're not real fast with your fingers or dialing, then you don't get it. And Sunday we were making dinner, and we were heating stuff up. And our phones both went bing, because you can actually subscribe to a service that tells you when COVID vaccines are available. And about 20 minutes of frantic flailing at the phones later, we are set up for our first of 2 shots, about 4 hours apart. Because 5 hours apart, because the system is not perfect. But that's okay. It's a start. And so we're kind of happy about that. You know what? I would love to do Discord server stuff, but that involves talking. And I have to talk a lot during my day job. And if I was just randomly chatting with folks on the Discord server in the office, people would look askance at me. And if I'm randomly chatting with people on Discord servers here in the house, then Amy would think I was having a conversation with her, or trying to, and it would become very confusing. But let's go ahead and do the thing. Yeah, the thing. I think the thing is worth being done. I am going to try 2 very important things in this show today. One, I'm going to try to do these songs properly, and B, I am going to valiantly attempt to do them in a relaxed and laid-back manner, because I have, on more than one occasion, overspazzed myself, I guess is a good way of putting it. And a lot of these songs can be played very up and very energetic. And I think that we're all just a little bit on the point where we need some just laid backness. Whatever flavor of laid backness we currently have access to. Mine is currently that I am going to be drinking... Yes, I'm going to be drinking a nice seltzer instead of yet more Diet Coke. Or my bloodstream is approximately 35% Diet Coke at this time. Starts in D. The first song starts in D, and it's a Buffett tune because it's Monday. And I will do a Buffett tune if I have my druthers. Let's see if we can do this. I'm also going to try very hard not to, like, wham on the string so much that I actually bruise myself. Because I don't use a pick. I use the side of my thumb, which is bad ukulele technique. But it's how I taught myself how to do it. So go with what brought you, I guess. Right? Only seems fair. I'm going to go into the audio mixer here and not stare at the number of people that are watching the show because the numbers could always be wrong. You never try to keep the wild ones home. But mister, don't just sit there and wait. Go out on the town, making all of the rounds. It won't matter if you're your own date. Yes, it is. That's exactly why. I'm going to attempt to not look at the comments for the rest of the song. I don't think it's going to happen, really. Good luck to me. Vacantly occupied. Sat on the beach until my body got fried. Dreaming of your pretty eyes up in South Carolina. I can't pronounce my R's and G's when I'm speaking Southernese. Honey, honey, come and do me again. There we go. I seen your fat cat style, 300 pounds, a jive-ass smile. Young girls giggling all the while. That's not my cup of chowder. I go for candlelight, cold champagne nearly every night. Honey, do a little toast for me and you. F sharp. Honey, why couldn't you have taken the non-stop train? I'm hungry, and I really want to see you again. Getting late, the waiter keeps staring at your empty plate. Mater D keeps telling me, sir, she's just not coming. Well, what the hell does Garcon know? We've been through all this before. Honey, honey, come and do me again. F sharp again, here it comes. Honey, why couldn't you have taken that non-stop train? I'm hungry, and I really want to see you again. Vacantly occupied. Sat on the beach until my body got fried. Dreaming of your pretty eyes up in South Carolina. I can't pronounce my R's and G's speaking Southernese. Honey, come and do me again one more time. World now, honey, come and do me again. I meant to mess that up that time, yes I did. Honey, come and do me again. Whew. A little honeydew there. The little honey almost didn't do it right. I did get the whistling down, which is why it's very important to hydrate. Be careful when gargling carbonated beverages. It's a safety tip from me to you. The more you know, Rainbow. So, yeah, I'm going to try and do the song that I wrote as the Renaissance alternative to Internet Famous. And when I wrote it at a key which was not in fact my key. It is, however, Kay's key. So Kay singing the song in his key actually makes me happy because that means it's a successful song. Whether or not I ever sing it successfully in that key or not. Because I am a tenor and Kay is, in fact, a baritone. I'm not resentful. Much. That's okay. We're all fine. I'm actually looking for where I put the dang thing. I have to use a search again. You can find it. That's going to happen every dang song, I'm pretty sure. But that's all right. This is the Troubadork Ballad, and when I first wrote it, I was writing an alternative to, as I said, Internet Famous, which was a fairly easy song to write. Haven't done that one for a while, so I need to see about doing it. Oh, come on, you. Do the thing. Find the thing that I need. Why are you messing? Why are you having problems here? Oh, I'll search all the notebooks, see what happens. All notes, all I want. This would be our technical falderall here. There it is. And it's even in F here. Because initially, I think I did it like I did it lower, and I took it up 2 notches. Yep, I think I did it in C, and I liked it in C, but I couldn't sing it in C, but I can sing it in F. And so that's what I'm going to do. Could have mastered my thumb again. All I need is for everyone to care. All I desire is just unbridled admiration. I want to be the most important person at the fair. Just an idiot in burlap wandering around a blasted pasture, trying to attract attention from the people in the Shire. Another idiot in burlap acting out to get some attention, just wants to be famous, if only for a while. 'Cause all I want is for everyone to love me. All I need is for everyone to care. All I desire is just unbridled admiration. I want to be the most important person at the fair. Got the acting bug in high school, rented costumes, they looked so cool. Hitched my wagon to the fair to see where I could go. These villagers are my sisters and brothers, all shouting louder than the others, because at Ren Fair everyone's the star of their own show. 'Cause all I want is for everyone to love me. All I need is for everyone to care. All I desire is just unbridled admiration. I wanna be the most important person at the fair. Worked all year to make my costume, hands on every single button. The research that went into this just borders on obscene. So pardon me if I sound grumpy, but I feel so blasted frumpy. Why's that one get all the attention just 'cause she's the queen? 'Cause all I want is for everyone to love me. All I need is for everyone to care. All I desire is just unbridled admiration. I wanna be the most important person at the fair. Alright, you all know this one. Say it! All I want is for everyone to love me. All I need is for everyone to care. All I desire is your undivided attention. I wanna be the most important person at the fair. I wanna be the most important person in this chair. I wanna be in a winter's tale except pursued by a bear. Some parts of that song are just for my own personal amusement. As it should be. Because I never know entirely how many people are watching this thing live or watching this thing on replays. And so much of what I do is soliloquizing with the occasional interaction with these word balloons over here, which used to be over there. I moved the word balloons over here so I didn't have to move all the way over here to talk to them. And get out of their way or something. There was an explanation. I had a point to that, but I don't remember what it is now. I got right off. Leapt into the show after doing a brief bit of brilliance at the very last minute for a new hire and day job. I'm always impressed when I do stuff like that, so I wrote it all down, because as we all know, proper documentation is a love letter to your future self. That's a bit of wisdom I got from an engineer, and it has proven to be the case. When I go into the office, which I now do about once a week. This week will be twice a week, but we're taking Wednesday off because we're going to get our shots. The word balloons were hunting you. Yes, I'm being stalked by the word balloons. Take them away. I will bring in beverages, and I will leave the beverages in a little mini fridge that's in the area where I work. And I will forget that I brought them in. So, like, a week later, I'll go into the office, and, oh, look, and it's like, I'm thirsty. Oh, hey, I left myself a soda. Thanks, past self. You were smart. Always speak kindly of your past self, especially if your past self leaves stuff for your future self, because your future self is probably a bit dorky and dippy at that point. So, the next song I am going to do will be one that was inspired by a... actually fairly old at this point, YouTube clip from back in the early days of Tested.com, when Jamie Heineman was still doing more stuff, because I think Mythbusters they were closing in on their final season, but they were talking with Chris Hadfield, Captain Chris Hadfield of the International Space Station, the man who helped make space cool yet again. This is the guy who actually managed to get a guitar onto the space station and played David Bowie's Space Odyssey in space, which is just multiple layers of brilliant there. And they were talking about food on the International Space Station, because you have to bring everything up. But we digress. One of my favorite professors swore blind that he would have "But I digress" carved on his tombstone. He passed away a couple of years ago. I haven't yet checked, but I wouldn't be terribly surprised if it was in fact there. This particular clip here inspired the song I'm about to write, which has some funky chords in it. This is where I was discovering that you could play all kinds of weird stuff. This one right here is G6. This one is A sharp 6. And those two together make for a really kind of funky and cool groove. And then you add D6, which I've used in a couple of places, 30-year conversation and such. The one I'm really looking forward to going back is this one. I can't remember what the name of it is, but it actually shows up in Grapefruit Juicy Fruit, which firmly cements my thesis that Jimmy Buffett composed a number of his songs on an ukulele. Because some weird chords are really easy to do on an ukulele. But, however, another one of those 3.5-hour jam songs. Space burrito, burrito in space. 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 Flying high above Mother Earth, need a lunch of significant girth. Flour tortilla floats into the room. Space burrito will save us from doom. Space burrito, burrito in space. 3-hour jam. Space burrito, burrito in space. Enunciation. Space burrito, burrito in space. Space burrito, burrito in space. Spaceships, Hatfield, and Desjardins. Use some black beans and 0G green. Warm some carne and freeze-dried arroz. Add Tabasco and there she goes. Space burrito, burrito in space. 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 0G dining was such a chore. It's greater than the stuff we had before. Like a quesadilla, there's so much more. Better than the space sandwich of yore. Space burrito, burrito in space. Ah, burrito in space. Space burrito, burrito in space. I need army now. Space burrito, burrito in space. Space burrito, burrito in space. Some songs are earworms. Apparently, this song just makes people hungry. But you see what I mean about the chorus on that? I mean, that's just a... That is a 3-hour jam chord there. That's just... I actually have to open my eyes as I get to the third part of the chorus so I can look on the screen to see what the lyric is I'm going to sing. Because otherwise, I just do the chorus and you'd get 3 hours of Space Burrito, or at least until Amy came and told me to stop so we can have dinner. Speaking of being hungry. So there's that. Oh my gosh. I have managed to finally take the hard drive that I pulled out of that computer and plug it into a toaster thingy. I am now going to completely destroy my technology in a valiant attempt to show you what it's plugged into. I think I can do it this way. Rather than move the camera, I will move this object. This, my friends, is the toaster. Ooh. you can drop 2 hard drives into it, both the big ones and the little ones. And if you're feeling really, really crazed, you can even try and duplicate one onto the other in an automated process that doesn't actually require a computer. That's why I call it the toaster. So I am actually pulling out many of the things that I had been using in previous shows, including, by the way, the graphic for Space Burrito. I'm kind of happy I didn't have to go and download it and crop it and all that other stuff again. These are the things that make me happy. And now we have come to the moment you've all been waiting for, the last song in the show. Aww. Well, aw, but also in a way, yay, because it means that I'm maintaining some continuity and we're going through it in a fairly reasonable way. So the last song is one that I wrote because I have more than a few friends out there. And weirdly, 2 of them are named Michael, who share this particular trait, which is to say megalomania. One of them is Michael Bubba Hyde, also known as the evil overlord Bubba, who has been on the chat a few times. And the other is Michael Van Slyke of Archangel Art, who has also been on the chat a few times. And yeah, that's it. Like I said, Toaster Man. We call things what they are. And in both cases, it's like, you know what? I don't want to be an overlord, but I could work in the, I could work like in the back office or something. And that inspired a song idea, which initially, when I wrote it, I thought it was going to be one of those kind of Jonathan Coulson kind of like folky, almost like crunchy granola kind of heartfelt songs where it sounds real pretty, but the words are appalling, kind of like Skullbreaker Mountain or something like that. But that's not how it turned out, because I started messing around with chords some more, and I really came to the conclusion that what I needed to do was I needed to make it upbeat, happy, cheerful. And I had the F sharp minor chord from Life by the Drop. And the other that going A to F minor works nicely. And from there, it just kind of built. And so I wrote, When I Help My Friend Take Over the World. Now, I'm going to try and do this in a fairly laid-back manner, because this really should not be played fast for 2 reasons. 1, there's a lot of words, and 2, I don't want to hurt myself again. The owl during I Couldn't Run Away with the Fae is a legitimate owl. Because I beat the dickens out of the side of my thumb. I'm looking at like leather thumb covers and stuff like that. That or I'll just, develop a callus and this will kind of stick out like a bunion or something. Homegrown guitar pick. So yeah. Don't want to run things, but my friend can. They've got charisma, they've got the plan. My buddy's got the means, and by them I'll stand. When it comes to world domination, I'm their biggest fan. Well, I just can't wait to watch their plans unfurl. Wanna help my friend take over the world. My pinky or the brain? Huh. I'm probably more like a hapless bystander. Side character. World's a messy place, so much to solve. My friend won't let the challenge quell their resolve. They'll need some friends to implement their plan, and I'll be quite happy to be their right-hand man, Maybe like 4th or 5th in command, somewhere in the administrative ranks. Back office. Paperwork. Well, I just watch their plans unfurl when I help my friend take over the world. Megalomania, or just the urge to improve. Completely unbridled. I don't know. Who am I to judge? Now, they're not evil, don't get me wrong. They're intense moral, their ethics strong. They're simply gonna guide us to a better land. You'll barely notice the firm yet gentle hand. Well, I just can't wait to watch their plans unfurl when I help my friend take over the world. I'm an enabler. It's true. Well, I just can't wait to watch their plans unfurl when I help my friend take over the world. Power behind the throne, baby. Propping it up. Well, I just can't wait to watch my plans unfurl when I help my friend take over the world. And so we come, staggering in with barely plausible deniability to the end of yet another Tobias the Adequate Troubadork COVID coping mechanism show. I like that, Tom. I'm going to use that phrase. Thank you guys for hanging out with me again. Without you here, what I do makes even less sense. I will continue to write songs and play songs and put things out there and have these things happen for as long as it makes sense to do so. Eventually, in the event that we actually achieve some form of normality, and by normality I mean, infinite improbability drive level normality, we will probably go to a weekend model for the shows on those weekends when I am not, in fact, performing elsewhere. One day they will let us all gather in great groups of people again. Safely, I might add. I'm very careful about that. Which actually leads me to a thing. If I did the shows on the regular schedule that I'm doing them now, show 200 would be a Monday show. However, I could do show 200 on a Saturday afternoon about 4 o'clock or so. And if I did that, then maybe more people would be able to hang out and check it out. And we could do a longer show and we'll play, whatever the heck seems like a good idea at the time. Absolutely no plans whatsoever, but it's show 200. And it will also take us right up to the anniversary, I'm pretty sure, of the first time I ever did this. I'm actually going to look that up, because I can look that up on another screen because we have the technology and we've got the power. So let me see what's up. Yeah, I love it. It actually shows me that my show is currently live right now. Yes. I could watch myself on myself. That would just be weird. But let me go to the Troubadork playlist and let me take a look here and see just when the first show was that I did. When I did do the first show. My goodness, there's a lot of them. Well, yeah. Show number 1 was 19 March 2020. So we are almost. Yeah, the 19th will actually be a Friday. 2 weeks from this coming Friday, which means that the 1 year anniversary will probably be Thursday the 18th. And that's when we'll do a doofy show for that. Because, we're gonna do it because we have our answer. We have no reason not to, right? So that'll be a special show. The other special show will happen right here at this place, probably on Saturday for show 200. As we get closer to the middle of the week, we'll find out. I am taking Wednesday off, so that'll be a chance for me to really think this out, like I ever think anything out. I mean, honestly. Well, we'll see how it goes. You know what? I have faith. I have faith in our ability to be resilient to anything. And with that, let's go on back to the commercials and wrap this sucker up, shall we? So the tip jar is, of course, paypal.me/theadequate. Venmo is @theadequate. And I want to thank Eric, Robert, Rick, Emily, and Miranda for throwing some bucks in the bucket that way. I also want to thank my startlingly generous and tolerant Patreon patron pals, Jen, Joe, Alexi, Austin, Chris, Teppo, Shay, Linda, Ann, Stephen, Rob, Alicia, Relly, BK, Richard, Brian, and Lorene for supporting adequacy in our lifetime. The 5th will be Patreon payout day. So if you join Patreon after the 5th, you've got an entire month before you even have to send any money to me. But I guess you can like test drive it and see whether or not you like me or not. I don't know. We'll figure that out. I am, of course, at theadequate.com. I am at theadequate on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. I am at Tobias the Adequate on TikTok and Tumblr, soundcloud.com/Matthew-Laguerre. THUD Bucket, we have a new video out, which is per my last email. We're working on more videos. I don't know that we're going to do a video for every song, but it sure seems to look like we might. And it's kind of amazing when you think about the fact that these are two guys separated by half a continent. We're kind of pulling this stuff together. It always amazes me. That is really about everything, I think. So, be good to yourselves. Be good to each other. Kind. Be safe. Be careful. Be willing to laugh at the world. Partially because it helps your body feel better. Partially because it's more socially accepted than screaming. And partially because... why not? As they say. Absurdists often find the truth. And incrementalists can change the world just slowly. All right. That's it. Y'all have been wonderful once again. I have been Tobias the Adequate, and I thank you once again from the bottom of my heart and vice versa for encouraging my behavior, and I will see you guys next time. Aloha.